खुद डेकोरेट कर रहे हैं।
शाम को पगला करते ना।
Yeah, good morning, everyone. So, Friday, US market saw positive closing. The market moved up with good employment data. Non-farm payroll increased by almost 3,23,000 versus expectations of 3,03,000 versus expectation of 2,14,000, and unemployment rate remained at around 3.8%. So this positive data from the employment has taken the market positive, and from that, even the Asian market are also showing positive indications. Most of the Asian markets are positive. Similar trend is also likely to visible in Indian market also. We may see positive trend in the Indian market as well. I'll request technical team to take up from here.
Yes, thank you, sir. Good morning, all of you. This is Vati. Today, the market is likely to open on a positive note, then we likely to witness some sideways momentum during a day. From the last week, we have seen that the Nifty was struggling within the range of 22,200 to 20,600 level, and somehow we are facing a strong resistance of 22,600. If today Nifty manages to give a breakout of that level, then this rally is likely to be extended towards 22,700 to 22,800 levels on the higher side. Whereas on the downside, as of now, the immediate support is listed at 22,440 levels. Any move below that level will attract some sort of a profit booking, which might take a Nifty towards 20,300 to 22,200. The overall view will remain a positive as long as Nifty sustains above 22,400 levels on the closing basis. Coming towards the Bank Nifty, last week we have seen a very spectacular rally into the Bank Nifty, made a high of at around 48,869 and closed above 48,600 levels, which gives a very positive indication on the technical front. Going ahead, the upside resistance will lies at 49,000 level. That will act as psychological resistance levels. Any move above that level will extend this rally towards 49,000 to 40 to 49,500 level. Whereas the support is placed at around 48,400, 48,140 levels. Coming towards the Fin Nifty, 21,700, 21,820 are the two resistance level we need to keep eye on it, whereas the support is placed at around 21,440, 21,270 levels. Coming towards the stock specific, Sudarshan Chemical really looks good on the technical front. We already have initiated a buy call. Those who have missed out, they can take a buy call at the current market price. Also, we are looking for a target of 700. Maintain the strict stop loss of a 670. That's it from my end. I request derivative team to take a call forward.
Yeah, thank you, Swati. On the derivative front, the overall data is still, positive. Very importantly, 22,500 strike has now given a breakout, a closing above 22,500 has come. Also, the PCR at 22,500 is above 1. The VIX is at comfortable levels, but we expect it to rise. However, the overall, the data, it tells us that from here Nifty can still move up towards that 22,800, 22,900 levels, but keep strict stop losses. Now, the stop loss for Nifty on the futures would be 22,450. If that is crossed below, only then you can exit your position. Until then, you can continue to hold your longs. From the stock specific front, looking at the overall data, metals continue to look good. We expect metals to do very well going forward, along with the banking names. So PSUs and private banks are very likely to witness good buying now. Bank Nifty is on the verge of a breakout, all-time high breakout. So very likely you will see PSUs and private banks leading the way. We like Bank of Baroda from the PSUs, and private names. We like ICICI Bank. The most. Yeah, so that's it from my side. Like to ask the fundamental teams to take over, please.
Good morning. The business updates for banks and NBFCs continue to flow in, and continuing with what Nirav said. Update for Bank of Baroda has been positive. Advances growth was more or less in line with the sector growth at 3.9% sequential, 12% year on year. But more importantly, the deposit growth was at 6.6% sequentially, which in the previous quarter, in the December quarter, the sequential growth was negative. So this is a good surprise, and this is also a 6-quarter high sequential growth for deposits. Due to this, the CD ratio has also declined from 84% to 82%. So we are also positive on Bank of Baroda. Union Bank of India, on the other hand, update was negative. Advances grew by just 1% sequentially, 12% year on year. The retail mix, the retail book also grew by just 1.9% sequentially, 14% year on year. And deposit growth was stable at 4% sequential, 9% year on year. Indian Bank update was positive. Advances grew 4.7% sequentially, 13% year on year. Deposit growth was 5.4% sequentially, 11% year on year. And CASA also increased by 1% to 41%. Cholamandalam Investment and Finance business update was neutral. AUM stands at 1,53,000 crores and grew by 35% year on year. Disbursement growth was 17% year on year. On a year on year basis, if we see the disbursement growth for vehicles, it was muted at 6%, naturally because of bad performance from the commercial vehicle side. LAP disbursements grew by 52%, home loan 21%, MSME 1%, and the newly started businesses of consumer small enterprise was up 40%, and secured business and personal loans up 87% on a small base. Collection efficiency was stable at 130%, same as last year. Thank you.
Good morning. Nykaa has announced a Q4 FY24 business update. On a consolidated basis, net sales value and revenue is expected to grow in high 20s on a YOY basis. In segment-wise performance, the beauty and personal care vertical gross merchandise value is expected to grow at 30%, and net sales value growth is expected to be in mid-20s. The company has outperformed the industry growth in this particular segment. Fashion vertical gross merchandise value for the quarter is expected to grow in the high 20s, and net sales value growth is expected to be in the mid 20s on a YY basis. Also, other vertical, which consists of mainly B2B platform, which has a gross merchandise value growth for the quarter in the mid 60s, and net sales value growth is expected to be in approximately 8% on a YY basis. On a full year basis, revenue growth is estimated to be in the mid 20s. So overall, the positive set of numbers. Godrej Consumer Products Limited also announced the business update. Organic business is expected to deliver strong performance with high single-digit volume growth. Here, home care and personal care has seen the broad-based growth, and it has observed subdued demand in the household insecticides. This is largely due to extended winter in north and east. The performance of Park Avenue and Kama Sutra brands to deliver double-digit volume growth. Indonesia business is expected to deliver double-digit volume and sales growth, and Godrej Africa, USA, and Middle East regions is expected to see high single-digit volume growth. However, sales growth has impacted due to the Naira devaluation. On a consolidated level, it is expected to deliver high single-digit volume growth and mid-single-digit sales growth. So this is also a positive set of numbers. Voltas also announced the business update. During the quarter, Voltas registered sales volume growth of 72% on a YY basis, and it has maintained its number one position in the room air conditioner category. On a full year basis, it has achieved a milestone of selling 2 million AC units with 35% YY growth. Also, it has registered strong volume growth in other cooling products, including air cooler and commercial refrigeration products. Here also, Voltas Beko, the home appliances brand, registered a volume growth of 52% in the quarter. And overall, Voltas has sold 5 million consumer products in FY24. So this is also positive for the company. Thank you.
Good morning. CEO of Wipro, Mr. Thierry Delaporte, has resigned from the post. He had joined Wipro in July 2020 and had a contract till June 2025. However, he has resigned a year before. It's a negative news for the company. So Thierry would be replaced by Mr. Srini Palia, who is a 32-year veteran in Wipro and was heading as a CEO of America's unit. Thank you.
Yeah, apart from this, Indiabull Real Estate announced private placement of shares, and major investor in this is Embassy Group, Blackstone, and Billy Gafford Group, and some other private investors are there. In all, companies raising around 3,900 crore, comprising of equity and warrant. Against this, the company will also be getting some equity in conversion of the buying of assets also, wherein it will be acquiring the assets of Embassy Group and also assets of Blackstone Group. So in all, the asset acquisition against this equity is around 1,886 crores. So the company will still be left with 2,000 crores of cash, which will help it to grow the business in longer run. Only thing is that the recent price increase, which has happened in expectation of this type of event, has been very sharp. The share has moved up to almost at around 137 rupees, whereas the share is issued at around 111 rupees. Anyhow, the assets has been acquired at discount of around anywhere between 8 to 20%, different assets at different discount, whereas the price has already moved up from 111 to 137. So the gap has increased between the allotment and the current market price. So quite possible for the near term, it may see some profit booking on account of this event expectations. But overall, in a longer run, the acquisition of the raising of fund will act as a positive for company in the longer run. But near term, it can see some profit booking because of the share already moved up in advance. Apart from that, Tata Steel came up with volume numbers, and the volume has increased by around 5% year on year in India business, whereas Netherlands and UK business saw decline of around 5 and 10%. Overall, the volume growth for the aggregate company year on year is at around 1.6%, and quarter on quarter, the volume growth is sharper at around 10.6%. So the overall volume which has come is more of a neutral. Apart from this, Force Motor has announced monthly numbers, and the numbers has come very strong, and the numbers are good. Total sales came at around 3,668, which is up by almost around 45% year on year and 49% quarter on quarter. If we talk about the Q4 number aggregate for all the 3 months, then the sales has increased by around 12% quarter on quarter and 22% year on year. So the numbers are positive. Apart from this, Titan came up with the numbers, and the volume has the numbers are marginally negative. The growth which has come is at around 17% year on year. This is and in that jewelry growth is around 18%. So if you see the last 5-6 quarter, the growth, this is 18% growth is lowest in that, and as such will act a bit negative for the company. Shyam Metallic has given a volume and realization number, so we can see that the realization has come off for most of their products. Mainly the key products in their basket is sponge iron, wherein the realization is down by around 6%, and volume is also down by around 7% quarter on quarter. So overall sales of sponge iron is down by 12%. If we talk about the long product, finished products, there the volume is increased by 12%, but the realization is down by around 4%. So overall the sales is up by around 4%. Looking at the decline in realization seems comparatively larger than the decline in the iron ore prices. As such, will be negative for the Shyam Metallic in this current results. Then GPPL, that is Gujarat Pipavav Port, has come up with the volume number. Here again, the volumes are indicating some declining trend, wherein the key volume of container has declined by almost around 7% quarter on quarter and 5.5% year on year. Whereas the volume of dry bulk has declined by almost around 32% quarter on quarter and 26% year on year. Volume of liquid has shown improvement, and here the quantity volume has increased by 18% quarter on quarter and 36% year on year. So overall volume are indicating declining trend. So this is all from us, and now request commodity team to take up from here.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. So, on Friday, we had witnessed gold and silver prices crossing the 70,000 and 80,000 mark in silver and gold. So, we are expecting further bullishness, and already prices have opened gapped up, but one should wait for a dip and again enter long. Gold one can enter around 70,600 to 500 levels. So it is positive as long as it is holding on 70,000 mark. And silver also, we expect prices to test 500 to 83,000. So buying around 81, 300 is recommended with a stop loss of 80,700. In metals, copper, there should be some consolidation from 794 to 805 levels. However, around 799.98, one can initiate a buy with a stop loss of 794. On upside again, fresh buying should be witnessed if prices are sustaining above 802 levels. And in zinc, prices have opened gap down. And if prices are sustaining 230, then we expect prices to test 230 to 50, 233 on the upside. Crude oil also prices have opened gap down, but one can initiate a buy around 7100, and for a pullback, prices are expected to test 72 10, 72 50, and maintain a stop loss of 70 50. In natural gas also, we are expecting prices to consolidate from 142 to 155. So trading within this range is recommended. So that's it from me. I'll ask Utkarsh to take the call forward.
Thank you, sir. Very good morning, all of you. For today's trading session in USD and we are expecting some sideways to bearish momentum in the range of 83.25 on the lower end and 83.43 on the higher side. So one can initiate a short positions around 83.38 to 83.39 levels with a stop loss of 83.47 for the target of 83.26 and 83.20 levels. Once prices breaks the level of 83.20 levels, then further we can see the levels of 83 levels. Thank you.